a trans cyclist just won a female biking event just to prove a point and say that trans athletes are selfish and there's no honor in their victories, and to prove that men are biologically superior. And Andrew Tate just came out and said he's female, and he identifies as female now. So what do you do? This is going to happen more and more. There's actually a teacher, I think it was a teacher in Ontario. I'm going to have to ask BJ and some of these guys, and Greg Foss and some of the guys that are in that area. There was a teacher, I believe, in the Toronto area in Ontario that just was going full throat, like dressing as a woman, being really ridiculous about stuff in order to make the school and people say something and then have it blow up in their face. I don't know what ended up happening to that, and I could be completely hallucinating. However, this is something that's going to happen more and more. People that have nothing to lose or have too much and can't lose, they will start doing more and more things to show the ridiculousness of the system. When you get further from truth, and one of my good buddies, Zach, talks about this all the time, you can ignore the truth, you can accept the truth, or you can submit to the truth. And we want to submit to the truth. We want to submit to the laws of the universe and say, hey, how can we use these to our advantage? But the further you get away from the center, the further and further you get away from the truth, you know, as centrifugal force goes, you start flying faster and faster. The further you are away, and it's more violent. It's crazier and crazier, and you have a harder time hanging on. That's the world we are living in now. And when you have to continue, when you are eating your own, when the inclusivity argument of the acronym keeps growing, because you can never include all the people, so you can never actually be inclusive. The whole acronym itself actually defeats itself. And the irony in that is unbelievable. When you have people like Andrew Tate, now you're forced to say, "Oh, you're not a girl." Well, what do you mean? He identifies that, but you let everyone else know that that's okay for them to do that. But if someone questions them, that's not okay. But if you do it to Andrew Tate and you're questioning him now, how is that different than everything else? Now you're completely disrupting and blowing up your own movement. And this is the Me Too movement being blown up by the trans community. So the whole entire community is eating itself. This is the snake eating itself. And this is what happens when you get further and further from truth. You begin to self-destruct. When you tell something to someone that's not true, you have to keep going with that, right? And you have to keep remembering that. And then the story gets larger and larger. You have to remember more and more and more of the story. And eventually you get caught. And that's what we're seeing now in the world. We're seeing that with the political leaders who have been lying to you about the money, the broken money. A lot of them don't even know what's going on, but they've been lying to you about the money. They've been lying to you about the debt ceiling. They've been lying to you that they're taxing you for no reason and that it's all completely fake and that the money is broken. They've been lying to you about affirmative action. They've been lying to you about everything. Their Inflation Reduction Act does nothing but increase inflation, and on and on and on. The whole inclusivity movement is actually not inclusive. The whole thing is completely backwards. And this is what happens in a fiat system. A fiat system distorts reality and completely moves everything upside down and inside out. So it's completely backwards. And that's why nothing makes sense. That's why the goalposts are always moving. Interest rates are always moving. The currency is going up, then it's coming down. We're tightening, then we're easing. No one has any idea what's going on. It's an experiment you're running with 1,000 variables. Good luck. Good luck ever figuring out what's happening. And that's precisely what will continue to happen. You'll have more and more people expose you for who you are. If you're not telling the truth, if you're not intellectually honest, if you're not spiritually honest, if you're not mentally, emotionally, physically honest with what's going on in the world, you will be exposed. Read my lips. You will be exposed. If you are not living truth, accepting truth, and submitting to it, you will be exposed. Period. Listen to my words. You will be exposed. Submit to truth. Objective truth. I'm not talking about the truth you think, the emotional truth, what you think truth is that day, or what your emotions are that day. Submit to truth, or you will be run over with it. You might get away with it for a day, you might get away with it for a week or a year or 10 years. Who knows? You will get run over with it, though. You will 100% get run over. Submit to truth. Honesty is always the best policy anyway, right? It's the easiest. It's the most fulfilling. It's the most satisfying. It's clean. It's beautiful. That's honesty. That's integrity. That's character. Doing the right thing even when no one's looking. And I'm not perfect. I do these things half the time. It's selfish because I'm trying to pump myself up. I'm trying to keep myself up on a straight and narrow. The only way we learn is by repetition. So I do this every day. I'm trying to meditate every day. I've been doing these things for years, putting the right things in my body. Discipline, workouts, mind, control the mind, the Bob Proctors, the Napoleon Hills, putting the right things in my mind, the filter of my mind, the subconscious of my mind, changing habits and paradigms by repetition. It's the only way. And if we do not do that, we are at the whim of the ocean. We're a vessel without a sail or without a rudder at sea. Submit to truth, or you will get run over by it. It is coming with this disintermediated media, with decentralized money. The state no longer has control of your money. It's a separation of money and state, separation of church and state, separation of media and state. It's all coming, guys. The people at the top, they're scrambling. They're the man in the water drowning, and they're grasping at anything. And that's why you see the division, polarization, hate, because they are losing their mind. And they're creating as much hate and division as possible to distract from what's really going on in the world. That's why the Ukraine war is going on. That's why all these things are going on, because they're trying to create distraction and emergency so that they can take more power from you. This is why you saw Augustus Carson's, the Bank of International Settlements, coming out and saying CBDCs are coming, and 90, 100, 150 countries are testing CBDC programs right now, central bank digital slavery coins. They want control of your life. And he's there admitting this week, we shared it this week, saying we are going to control your money. We can't control if you're in cash, but we are going to control every facet of your life. Literally says it, verbatim. We're going to control your money. We have full control of your money. That means shutting your money off if you don't do or say or think how they like. It means speeding up the inflation on your money. Literally prejudiced just against you alone because you did something wrong. We are in I was going to say something else. We're in a completely backwards way. If you go by the state and fiat, good luck. Bitcoin or slavery. That is slavery. CBDCs, the state, fiat, good luck. Bitcoin is the only path forward where you have full control. People talk about wealth all the time. That's all they talk about, right? This is the thing that people always talk about. I don't care who you are. You have no control of your wealth. If you have to ask someone else for it, if you have to go to the bank for it and ask someone else to take it out for you, or you have to wait because they have to figure it out where it is so they can get it to you. If you're waiting for an insurance company, if you're waiting for your stock brokerage to get it to you or something like that, your 401k, good luck. Good luck. The last 3 years should have proved to you the Canadian trucker convoy, the Dutch farmer protest, people getting turned away at the hospital for care they needed because they didn't put something in their body. And you're telling me that your money is going to be there? You can guarantee my money is going to be there. You got another thing coming. You have another thing coming. This has only just begun. The fight is here. The cultural war, the bio war, the information war, it's all here. It's all here, baby. It's all here right now. And it's time to get prepared. Mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Get yourself right. Because we're in it. We only need 3% though. We only need 3% to change the course of humanity. It happened in the Revolutionary War in America. It's going to happen again. The Bitcoiners are leading the way. I hope the church is coming along. I hope the faith-filled, the God-fearing come along. And I think some of them are waking up. I think some of them are there. But we need anyone who hears this call to stand and speak and shed light on the darkness. We need it now more than ever. If you're faith-filled, or if you're not, if you're a Bitcoiner, you believe in sound money and freedom, resiliency, independence, self-reliance, if you believe in any of that at all, believe in making money and keeping your own money, if you believe in any of that, we need you. We need you in the fight of ripping money away from the state, of Bitcoin versus CBDCs. We need the fight of our lives now. Period. So please share this out. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Please share this out because the algorithm is going to hate this video. It's going to absolutely hate this video. So please share it out everywhere you can. And it's not because I don't care. I'm not making money from this YouTube channel. Please share it out. My goodness. We have a world to change. It is time to go. So I appreciate you being here. Please share it. Please share it. Question everything boldness, even the existence of God himself. Trust but verify. This is not financial advice. It's freedom advice. And I truly look forward to seeing you on the next one.